What's up everybody, it's Robin Gaming here. So before I get into my review for the Mirror's Edge Catalyst Beta, I wanted to quickly say that I still have some codes to give away to all of my subscribers. So the beta will still last until Tuesday, and I figured that, you know, with 2 days left, all you need to do to pretty much get one of these codes is simply leave a like on the video and at the same time also a comment where you tell me a bit about, did you play the first Mirror's Edge game, or have you already seen, for example, gameplay of this new one, the beta of it, and what do you think of it so far? Basically just give me your opinion so far on the Mirror's Edge series if you have any, and yeah, tell me that you want to win a code, and then I'll make sure to pick, you know, 20 winners at random in the comment section who will receive a code from me in their inbox sometime, probably even later tonight, if not early tomorrow. So definitely, you know, go and do that. But for now, yeah, let's give my review on the Mirror's Edge beta. Now, what can I say about this? I mean, some people might still not know about this, but the first Mirror's Edge game on PlayStation 3, one of my favorite games of all time. Seriously, I loved it so much. The game was flawed, don't get me wrong. It by no means was perfect or anything like that, because it didn't receive like amazing ratings, and it also didn't sell super well, as you probably might already know. But at the same time, even though it was such a short but great linear game with amazing gameplay in my opinion, I had so much fun playing it, and I must have personally, although the game was criticized for not having a lot of content, I must have put, you know, at least 100 hours into it easily, because I just loved playing through it, and I would do it all the time, and at the same time also go for all of these time trial records and stuff, where I even managed to get, you know, two world records I think in total on some of the maps in Mirror's Edge in the very first game. So yeah, what can I say? I was absolutely in love with the concept of what the first Mirror's Edge game was, and I always found that the game deserved a sequel, and here we are with Mirror's Edge Catalyst. It finally has gotten that sequel 8 years later. It's more like a prequel slash reboot actually this time around, but still, you know, it is looking to pretty much do everything right that I thought, you know, it kind of needed to do. So let's you know, get into that, right? So the gameplay, of course, this time around, they went from making a linear game to an open world game, and if you think about simply the concept of free running, then open world just makes sense, right? I mean, this is what the game needed from the get-go, and it finally has it, which is awesome. Now, basically the way the game works is it's your typical open world game, exactly like you might expect, where, well, of course, the gameplay is very different in the way that you're free running. You still have basically all of the same moves from the first game with a couple added to that. Complete new animation system, everything feels slightly different, but still so smooth and awesome to play. And in terms of the open world, yeah, you have your typical main missions, side missions, you know, certain, for example, time trials, or there's these collectibles for you to do. There's people you will come across on the rooftops that want you to deliver certain packages. So all in all, it is basically what you can completely expect from an open world game, and that's at the same time also, I guess, one of the flaws that it has so far that I noticed, is it really has that Ubisoft open world effect, where it feels like they are just trying to put as much shit into that, you know, open world as they can, but doesn't really have a meaning, or does it really feel like it has value to do those things? No, not really. So that's, you know, at the same time a little bit of, you know, one of my flaws, but at the same time, because the gameplay is still so smooth and so fun, I had no problem doing all of these things, because that's what I also did in the first game. I just kept, you know, going, because I found the gameplay so fun, and no matter what they have me do, I still get to enjoy that very same gameplay this time around. So yeah, you know, I can't really complain about that, but at the same time, yeah, it is that typical Ubisoft effect in terms of the open world. Graphically, you can already see it in the video right now. The game looks absolutely gorgeous, both on PS4 and I've also played it on PC. Yeah, game looks absolutely amazing. But at the same time, what I also really like this time around on PS4, the game is actually in 60 frames per second, which is also what it very much deserved, because the first game was in 30 frames, and there you just saw that the PC version was way superior. But this time around on PS4, it is also 60, but there is a flaw that once again comes with that one as well, which is the fact that the game quite heavily honestly suffers from frame drops, and I do wish that DICE would still really look into that and make sure it is fixed by the time it launches, because the frame drops can definitely be quite massive. And it also makes me kind of feel that the fact that this game is 900p 60 frames, I personally, I wouldn't mind if the game was 720p, if that means that we can actually get a nice stable 60 frames that doesn't drop at all, because this way, you know, as I said right now, it is just kind of annoying sometimes to see that frame rate really drop drop quite massively. So definitely something that, you know, DICE needs to look into. Story-wise, however, I really wasn't too impressed what I saw so far. I played around 4 to 5 story missions, so there isn't too much to say about it. But it feels like DICE is trying to, you know, kind of set up a story that I'm supposed to care about. But I gotta say, you know, watching these cutscenes and seeing the new characters and stuff in this Mirror's Edge Catalyst, yeah, you know, it wasn't anything crazy or something. I am not really sold on the story part yet, even though they're really promoting it quite heavily with the trailers and stuff. But we'll see kind of how that pans out. In general, you know, they've done so many cool new things with this game, especially putting it into an open world where you, for example, have also a new skill tree this time around where you gotta buy new moves as you basically do more missions in the world. Yeah, you know, it is just so much fun to play, and it feels amazing to play a new Mirror's Edge game 8 years after I played the very first game. The thing is, it does have still quite some flaws. There are things that are wrong with the game, but nonetheless that gameplay is so unique. It feels so smooth, so special. You don't see it in any other game. This is really first-person freedom. There is no game I've played where the movement in first person is so smooth than in this game. So that's really where I would give it the most credit, if you get what I mean. That's where it shines, and Mirror's Edge Catalyst once again proves that, yeah, I mean, I am definitely getting the game, of course, and I'm gonna play the absolute hell out of it, but I would also hope that it will actually sell well this time around, that people are gonna pick this up, are gonna try it out. I hope there's still maybe gonna be an open beta, would be awesome, because people need to play this. They need to see how unique this is, and that they definitely need to try it out. But yeah, in general, those are kind of my thoughts, right? The game has its flaws, but at the same time, it is just a one-of-a-kind game that I definitely would recommend you to check out, and I cannot wait for it to come out because, as I said just now, I'm gonna play the absolute hell out of it. So for now, these were my impressions, my review on the Mirror's Edge Catalyst beta. Just 2 more months to wait before it actually comes out. And then, yeah, leave me your, of course, thoughts in the comments and tell me that you want to win a beta code, and I'll make sure to give those to the people that like the video and leave a comment. So for now, thanks a lot for watching, and hope to see you again next time.